Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Say What Needs to Be Said. I'm your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, two-time Super Bowl champion. Yeah, we won Super Bowl with the Patriots 2 times, baby. And yes, we lost the undefeated season, but that's for another conversation. I'm your 2-time Super Bowl champion. I'm your Pro Bowler. I'm your all-pro record-breaking cornerback and the last cornerback to intercept 50 interceptions during the 16-game season era. How y'all doing out there today? I hope y'all had a wonderful and marvelous weekend, man. I did. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the fam and just hanging and chilling. But week 13 is a wrap, man. We need to discuss the last 2 teams standing during week 13, man. And one of these teams are a Super Bowl contender, possible contender. And we have to see. We have to talk about that. The AFC, man, is heating up. I don't know who will end up being in the AFC Championship, but it is getting interesting. Let me bring up my co-host for the night, 2-3 Drees. How we doing out there, 2-3 Drees, man? How are we doing?
Man. I told you.
Shout out Joanna in the house.
Yeah, Joanna always does. But I told you.
Showing love. Salute to Joanna. Who else we got? Ain't no Emmanuel. Salute, man. Salute my day ones, man, in the building, man. And Joanna, you're a Patriots fan? And how long have you been a Patriots fan? All the Patriot fans stand up out there, man. Hey, I'm a diehard Patriot. It's in my blood. That's where I was born at. Don't listen to all the beef. That's just how I am. You know, I have to say what needs to be said. So whatever beef y'all think we got, now it's all gone now. Mike Vrabel, my ex-teammate, is the head coach for the New England Patriots. Josh McDaniels is the reason I came to the Patriots, and they both are there, and they making things look absolutely beautiful for the New England Patriots. What can we say, man? What can we say? Super Bowl.
I told you a few weeks ago, Patriots are going to be the number 1 seed. They getting that bye. They going to get that bye.
Patriots going to get the bye over the Broncos. 2 teams get the bye, right? Or
no, only one now. Only one team get the bye now. Yeah, they get the bye over the Broncos because the Broncos got some tougher games coming up than the Patriots actually do. So, I mean, I feel like Broncos going to slip up. The Patriots got they got a bye next week, so that's one less game than the Broncos already. Then they played Bengals. They already played the Giants today, but they played Miami, the Jets.
The Patriots got a bye week. The Patriots got a bye week coming up.
Yeah, they still got a bye week, so that's a free week right there.
Jeez. What's the last 4 games left on their schedule?
I know it's the Jets, Dolphins, and I think Bills. I think all divisional games.
So pretty much the Bills is
and then Bengals.
All they have to worry about. I mean, they're all divisional games. You have to win a division. Like, don't get it twisted. So even though there's the Jets and the Dolphins, they still have to stand up and show out. NFL is any given Sunday. So don't get it twisted, man. But you know, I'm interested to see how I'm interested to see how the Cowboys look again, man, after putting a good few weeks together in the NFL, man. I'm interested to see this Thursday what the Cowboys can do. And I know Cowboys Nation is excited and they're feeling good about themselves. If they win out, it's a good chance that the Cowboys can possibly make it to the postseason. And it's got 2 tough games ahead of you. You got the Lions coming up this Thursday, and then you have the Chargers. And if you can do that, you can win out. You know, you got the Raiders and I think the Jets on the schedule as well. But if you can win out, there's a good chance that you can get to the playoffs. But you need a little help. You need a little help. You need a little help from the Eagles, baby. You need the Eagles to lose 2 games. And it's a strong possibility that, you know, something can happen because the Eagles play the Chargers as well this coming Sunday at 8:15. And the Cowboys play the Chargers as well in a couple of weeks. So we'll see how this transpires and who comes out on top in the NFC East, man.
The Cowboys haven't lost the game.
We feel like the Eagles going to get their shit together, man. They're going to get it together. They're going to figure it out. Kevin Patullo, he's dealing with situations. You come play for the Patriots. You come coach for the Patriots. You have to deal with the Patriots. You come coach for the Eagles. You come play for the Eagles. You have to deal with the Eagles fans. And Kevin Patullo, it is being reported at his house was egg, man. And it ain't even Halloween, guys. It was egg because the Eagle fans don't play about their team, and they don't like what they're seeing from the offense. But we'll talk about that at the end of the story, man. Yeah, so back to the Cowboys. Cowboys,
Listen,
man, what do we think? Y'all think the Cowboys understand?
The Cowboys haven't lost a game since they made those defensive trades. They getting Logan over there, linebacker, and Quinn Williams at a defensive tackle. They haven't lost a game since then. Their defense has been a little stiffened up. They producing that wide receiver. They got 2 number ones over there passing the ball around. So I mean, they haven't been making the mistakes. We see the Cowboys make the mistakes, man.
I must commend Jerry Jones. Man. He made some moves that a lot of people didn't agree with Michael Parsons and bringing in George Pickens. Michael Parsons, even though he's an outstanding athlete and a phenomenal player, he didn't fit as well as he needed to with the Dallas Cowboys. So they made a move with him. They brought in some key role players and players that can stop the run and just fit the defensive scheme much better. And then instead of having a defensive end who's pretty much a selfish player and he just wants to, get sacks, there's much more to the defense than just getting sacks. You have so much more responsibility. It's always stop the run first on defense. Always remember that. But let's get into tonight's game, man. Let's get into tonight's game. Everybody, how we doing out there? How are we doing? The New England Patriots jumped out on the New York Giants, 17-0, and the Giants couldn't even smell the comeback. They couldn't complete the comeback. They tried a little bit, but they couldn't come back. The Patriots eventually won 33-15. And Patriots moved to 11-2 this season, ahead in the AFC. Yes, the Patriots are ahead in the AFC. Jackson Dart, man. Let's go over these stats. 395 yards total offense for the New England Patriots. 239 yards for the New York Giants. It's not going to cut it. It's basically like 100 yards in passing, 100 yards rushing, whatever. However you want to chop it up, slice it, dice it, whatever. Fourth down conversions. Everyone has at least an attempt. Seems like I think every team is averaging at least one attempt a game going for fourth down this season. We're going to pull up all the analytics of the season this year, and we'll do a full breakdown this offseason about teams going for it on fourth down, compare it to the past, and see how much more these head coaches are gambling compared to the older head coaches. I bet it's a younger thing. I bet it's the younger coaches that is gambling way more than the older coaches. But fourth down, you see, let's see, third down. Third down was pretty much even, not a big difference in this game. Drake May did a hell of a job tonight. He executed the offense well. He ended up the game with 282 yards, 24 for 31, 24 completions off 31 attempts and 2 touchdowns, 77% completion rate. Number one in the NFL, and I think he was number one last season, man. Salute to Josh McDaniels, developing these quarterbacks and putting together great systems that they can succeed in. And Travion Henderson, the explosive young talent that they drafted in the second round from Ohio State. He showed up tonight, had some explosive runs, and they're going to need him in the playoffs. They're going to need that explosive attack, and they're going to need to be able to play physical up front. And Hunter Henry, 4 receptions, 73 yards, no touchdowns. And then on the other side of the football, 17 for 24, Jackson Dart, 139 yards, 1 touchdown, 20 rushing yards. Rushing yards a little bit deceiving. Seems like he wants to run every chance he gets. But let's move him right along. 68 yards rushing for Devin Singletary, sorry. And then 41 yards receiving for Darius Slayton. It's not going to cut it for the New York Giants. They're trying to do anything, especially Jackson Dart. He needs to be trying to impress someone, somehow in the future. Jackson Dart isn't trying to last long in the NFL, man.
The way he trying to run the ball.
NFL stands for not for long. And in so many reasons, it stands for not for long. You can get cut, you can get injured, anything, just life can happen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But what business does a quarterback have tiptoeing down the sideline instead of just going out of bounds? You have the opportunity just to step out of bounds and avoid any possibilities of any injuries or getting seriously hurt. the quarterback is literally trying to tiptoe down the sideline like he is one of the skilled players on offense.
Got flipped.
Got flipped.
You can't do
he
that,
already
man.
had one concussion this season.
He's just coming off the concussion right now.
He's just coming off a concussion. Like, how long does it take for these younger players to mature and learn how to be a professional? It's not about that you made it to the NFL. It's about how long can you last and continue to feed your family and continue to make all this good money that we make in NFL. You know, one of the most prestigious jobs that we have in our country, right? It's like, protect yourself first at all times. Like, I mean, all the razzle-dazzle and fame and flashiness is gone. The New York Giants need Jackson Dart to be a quarterback, not this renegade passer that, you know, seems like he's one of the toughest guys in the NFL. That's not what the quarterback position is about.
You know what's crazy, right, man? I really seen him running down the sideline and going and tippy-toeing and getting hit like that. I'm like, ooh, that must hurt. But like, I remember back in the day watching football, that's what you wanted to see. Like,
exactly, you used to want to see these big hits.
Take him out.
It's a soft game now, man. It's
now it's like, ooh, you feel bad
era
for the quarterback. Like, oh man, that back in the day, that's you hope that's what happened to the quarterback. You waiting to see that.
Nowadays, it's a soft era, man. We loved it. We embraced it. And it was a part of the game. Everybody accepted. You even hear Tom Brady, the GOAT of all GOATs, talk about how soft it is and players complaining about getting hit and all these type of things. That's Tom Brady stepping up to the plate and talking. But the rules are the rules. You know, you got to follow the rules. And you know, the NFL has been sued for the concussion, things like that. And so, you know, you got to make changes if you want to continue your business, you know.
It was actually no flag. It was no flag on that one and the one on the kick return.
He's still going down the sideline. What are you throwing the flag for? If I don't even want to call him an idiot, but the quarterback, the young-minded quarterback, think he's who does he think he's Lamar Jackson or someone tiptoeing down the sideline like he can get some extra yards.
Another hit on the Giants kick return. When he knocked it, I don't know if you seen the paint fall off the helmet, off that hit, and he fumbled.
Yeah.
They ain't caught a flag on that. I was like, man, it got some big hits today in the game, and there was no flags. I like that, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what we love, man. Ultimately, you need these touchdowns to be excited and scream and shoot your fireworks and all these type of things. But you know, some of us like physical football play and good defensive play. I love to see it. I also like to see touchdowns and big plays as well, man. That's part of the game. But Drees, man, you are familiar with a quarterback, right? I think you are familiar with a quarterback. Can you name a quarterback that refused to slide and had a hard time trying to protect itself? You know any quarterbacks?
RG3.
That's not who I'm looking for. It could be the past, the present, or the future. Any quarterbacks you could think of.
Michael Vick at first, but once Michael Vick came back,
the good brother Michael Vick, man. The good brother Michael Vick, he had a hard time trying to get down and slide. He was just one of those tough country from round the way type players, man, that just didn't have sliding in them. You couldn't even teach Michael Vick how to slide. The same thing I see with Jackson Dart, man. Jackson Dart, you know, he understood that he has to slide, and after taking that big hit, and he couldn't slide. He was still trying to dive his way around the football field, trying to land first downs, man. But, you know, at the end of the day, New York Giants head coaching position is one of the most prestigious head coach jobs on the market this season, you know. And whether Jackson Dart understands it or not, he is planning to convince the next head coach that coach wants him to be the head coach. So he needs to perform. He needs to do some convincing around there. Unless the organization tells the next head coach that he has to deal with Jackson Dart. And then you're dealing with the situation like the Miami Dolphins with Mike McDaniels and Tua Tagovailoa. I don't think anyone wants to end up in that situation and that crazy bad leadership of an organization it turned out to be, because it was more of a relationship, friendship with those two guys. Nothing, no one was holding anyone accountable. No discipline was being established in that building. So if the New York Giants are looking to baby Jackson Dart, man, babying anyone in the NFL doesn't get a team no one. I've been a part of a team where I've seen this certain quarterback being babied and being catered to. You can't reprimand him. You can't really hold him accountable. You know, I brought it to the coach's attention left and right. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't take heed then. They didn't fix it at that moment. But when these coaches left and went to another organization, they changed their tune. They changed the way they coached. They changed the way they did things. And they made sure they held everyone accountable. But, you know, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
I mean, I think it's a little bit different before Jackson Dart because he's not under contract right now. And also, they only got 2 wins. So they're going to have a high draft pick. So I feel like if it's a quarterback that they like on the board, I don't see them afraid to, like, draft them. Because they got the pick, and
exactly.
I mean, a whole new organization. Basically, a lot of people got fired on the team.
That's exactly the message that I'm preaching. That Jackson Dart needs to understand. Like, the next quarterback doesn't necessarily have to deal with him, and 9 times out of 10 doesn't want to deal with someone else misfortunes. Basically, right? That had to do with Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll was responsible for drafting this quarterback. Now this new head coach, 9 times out of 10, wants to come in and develop and groom his own quarterback. You know, groom that mind to a championship mind the way that he believes that quarterback needs to be groomed. Right. So I don't think Jackson Dart understands this. You know, being a first round pick is over with. You're in a unique situation. The man who loved you, who you still conversate with, that was down for you, that was responsible for bringing you to the NFL, is no longer there. And it's time for you to impress someone else. So the message needs to be loud and clear to Jackson Dart if he wants to continue to play in the NFL and remain a starting quarterback. And we talk about Jackson Dart running so much, man, and I think he registered 4 or 5 runs tonight. And maybe it just seems like he runs so much because he's always outside of the pocket, you know, when he's passing the football. You know, I just hope he catches on quick, man. Catches on and fix things.
All right.
But to the New England Patriots, the number 1 seed in the AFC, baby. You know, I ain't gonna act like I'm all Patriots out and the things like that, but understand it's in my blood. When Patriots do good, hey, you know, I cheer. When Tom Brady was there, I cheered heavily. You know what I mean? That was pretty much who all I cheered for, and the players and things like that. But hey, man, let me tell you, Marcus Jones, man, he's a big play threat for the New England Patriots, man. You have to prepare for him, man. You have to watch out for him on special teams and make sure that your special team coverage is on point, or he'll break the game open for you. And the game was pretty much over when Marcus Jones took that punt return back for a touchdown.
In the first quarter, it was over for the first quarter?
It was over. The Patriots didn't ever look back from that, man. They went up 17-0 after that. Drake May at halftime, he had 200 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. He was killing the Patriots was killing the Giants from the beginning. And that's what you mean when you say get out on them early. You jump out on the team front, start fast. That's what your coach is talking about when he wants your team to start fast. Exactly what they did. They jumped out on them early, 17-0. They didn't have to do much to even win this game after that. You know, you just had to maintain, not make that much mistakes, and play good football.
Play some defense, man. Make some stops, and that's it. I think they played the ball maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, that was great offensive execution on their part. Drake May, man, let me tell you, man. I know everyone is we're going at it about Bo Nix, but you know, Bo Nix and Drake May might end up in the AFC Championship together, and those 2 young studs might have to battle it out, man, to see who's the young superstar coming up. The next Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, you know, one of those situations.
You're taking it too far. You're taking it too far.
You got to create these rivalries in the NFL, man. You got to create these rivalries and, have something to go back and forth about and bicker and things like that. But one thing that is helping Drake May become establish himself as one of the top quarterbacks or elite quarterbacks in the NFL is not only him being accurate with the football and and passing and having one of the best deep ball throws in the NFL is Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs, man. Stephon Diggs finally found the right organization and coach to basically keep him under control. And I'm surprised that Stephon Diggs hasn't had an outburst yet since joining the Patriots. He's the wide receiver version of Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, basically. He's had the outburst recently when he played for the Texans, when he played for the Bills, and he has a history. He has his history. He's kind of known for one of those diva type wide receivers, but he's an exceptional player. And the Patriots took a chance on him. Mike Vrabel, he understands how to be a leader. He understands how to control and how to get the best out of players, basically. So Mike Vrabel took a chance on him because he understood that Drake Mays needed veteran presence for him, and he chose Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs, man, he's turning out to be a great pick, a great signing for the New England Patriots, a great pickup in free agency, man.
For sure. I think Stephon Diggs, he realized his age. I feel like he realized his role and everything because there's a lot of passing downs where Stephon Diggs not even in the game and he's accepting his role where it is right now. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a big difference of Stephon Diggs. He's more mature, more of a team player, more than just give me the ball in those situations. Because a lot of times on third downs, he want the ball, you know what I mean? But this year hasn't been that situation. This time's on third down, he's not even in the game, and he's like okay with that. So I feel like he know his role and understand.
I mean, players tend to straighten up, man, when they realize they're dealing with the, possibly their last chance of playing in the NFL. So it could be either or, man. It's the right organization, or he understands this is coming down to his last opportunities to enjoy himself in the NFL. A lot of players want to play till the wheels fall off, But he's turning out to be a great pick, man, in free agency, man. I was skeptical about the Diggs signing when they first signed him, but now he's turning out to be great, man. A great factor on offense, Hey, man, didn't y'all see the kick? Oh, I forgot about that, bro. I was laughing so freaking hard, man, when the kicker planted his foot straight into the ground, and the football was right there, and he didn't even attempt the field goal attempt. It was like I've never seen that happen before. I've never seen the kicker's foot get stuck in the ground, and when he's trying to swing it through to kick the football, like literally.
I think that's the first time ever.
The field goal attempt never get attempted. Like that is the wildest, funniest, craziest thing I've ever seen. I was laughing so hard, man. Whoever was around me at the time, I was kind of scared them. Nowadays everybody's in their phone. I'm like, look. I'm laughing. They're like, what's going on? All right, bro, you have to see this. Watch this. They clueless about the game, and everybody's stunned when they saw that, man. When they saw that, it's like, man, he's gonna go down. Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's like a golf swing. You swing at the golf and just say, "Oh, dirt," and don't hit the ball at all. That's exactly what he did.
That's exactly what it looked like he did, man. Exactly what looked like it happened, man. It's unfortunate situation, man. And it basically tells you what the New York Giants season has been going. How has things been going for the New York Giants? Basically, like that field goal kick, that field goal attempt. It wasn't a kick. That field goal attempt. Mm-hmm. That's exactly how terrible the season has been for the New York Giants. Woo! Man, they can't end well, man. And for Mike Kafka and the interim head coaches since Brian Daboll is gone, man, they're not doing a good job at all trying to solidify themselves as the next potential head coach for anyone at this moment in time. It looks like Giants is just pretty much laying down at this moment, man. And all the razzle-dazzle, all the pretty lights and fame and all that stuff is pretty much gone from when Jackson Dart first took over from Russell Wilson. Yeah, he took over for Russell Wilson. So it looks great at first when you're taking over for a guy like Russell Wilson. You understand? So now that is the honeymoon stage is gone of him being the quarterback, now things get a little serious. So it's all good, man. All good.
And you talked about how point is all three phases of the game too, man. Special teams today, they gave up a punt return. They had that field goal not field goal, and then they also had that fumble on the kick return. So like, you're not just losing on offense and defense, special teams, man. You losing all three phases of the game with all new coaches. It's like, Giants, get ready for that first round, that first pick.
Yeah, I'm betting, based off the film and a new head coach coming in and evaluating Jackson Dart, that they're going to be taking a quarterback in the first round next season. What was the other quarterback? I forget his name, man. It just ended. I think he ended up going to the Dolphins at first. He was maybe the Cardinals as well, but he was drafted. He played one season, and then a new head coach came, and they drafted another quarterback. Then he got traded, and he just got missing in the circle, man. Just got missing, and that's what it seems like. Jackson Dart.
Trey Lance.
Was Trey Lance? No, this was a Caucasian quarterback. This is a Caucasian quarterback. I can't think of his name exactly, but dang, it's right on the tip of my tongue, man. And he's more like a lanky type player, but yeah. But whatever, man. Let's move on, man. We got Dillon Gabriel, man. Dillon Gabriel is making headlines, and not because of anything he said or anything he has done. We perceive Dillon Gabriel as pretty much a quiet guy, and we know that he's dealing with a lot because this is the NFL, and it's a competitive and it's an unforgiving sport, baby, or job in this matter, in his situation. And Dillon Gabriel's camp has been quiet since he's been benched, pretty much since he's been benched for Shedeur Sanders and being Shedeur Sanders' backup quarterback. But now they are making some noise, and it's coming from his fiance. And all I can say, man, is the competitive juices are flowing. The competitive juices are flowing, man. Let's chalk this up to being competitive, right? And of course, Dillon Gabriel is not happy with Shedeur Sanders, but being Shedeur Sanders' backup. Dillon probably saw this coming a while ago. He knew it was coming. And some of his old comments may have been subliminal messages, and we just haven't picked up on them. Dillon Gabriel underperformed when he got his chance, which led to people wanting to see, 12 do his thing on the football field. But let me tell you, as a ex-NFL player, as an athlete, it really hurts when you so-called lose your position because of an injury, which is basically the reason Kevin Stefanski put Shedeur Sanders ahead of Dillon Gabriel. And yeah, when you have an injury, you're going through some things. Mm-hmm. You're going through some things. Who do we got here, man? We got the boy, got the kid himself, Shedeur Sanders. Then we got Dillon Gabriel. Then we have Dillon Gabriel's fiance. And you can count on two people to know. Two people that a man may confide in when they are down and out, or maybe need some support, right? Basically, there's two people. There's two people that you can count on that a man will confide in when he needs some help, needs some support, needs some loving, and that's mom and your girlfriend. Everyone is tricked in trusting their girlfriend. Just right off the rip. Everyone trusts their girlfriend for whatever reason. All the men out here, we trust our girlfriend just right off the rip. And Dillon Gabriel's fiance, man, is stirring up the pot since he isn't starting anymore, and since he returned from concussion protocol. And people are noticing his fiance's energy for the team. It has shifted since Dillon Gabriel isn't starting anymore. And this is what is going on with Dillon Gabriel's fiance. It says, meanwhile, her name is Miss Caswell. Miss Caswell on Sunday night shared a TikTok video of her picking out an outfit for the 49ers game, which she captioned, Browns lose, what's new? Let me read that again. Browns lose, what's new? Along with a crying with a laughter emoji. And despite plenty of criticism in the comments, she insisted her caption had no ill meaning behind it. She then stated, I completely support I completely support the team 100%. Gotta laugh about these losses or else we'll cry, she wrote. Back to the fan who had said that they were disappointed in her caption and that she should support his team, whether he is on it or not. That's Dillon Gabriel's team. And here is the so-called tweet or her going back and forth in the comments. And then someone says, I love you and your content, but very disappointed in the caption. Need to support this team, whether he is in or not. And then she came back and said, I completely support the team 100%. I gotta laugh about the losses or else we'll cry. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, did she have the same energy when Dillon Gabriel was at quarterback, basically? And of course not. Of course not. She had the best attitude. She was hoping everything would go right. She wasn't putting no negative energy towards the team. But now, since Dillon Gabriel isn't starting and things aren't looking as good as they were in the past, she has something to say. And this is what I mean by, we confide in our loved ones and either your mother or the fiance.
It was another part on there too, where she said that actually everyone in the building wants him to play, but you won't know that because you never played in the NFL or you always been on the couch, right? That was another response she said to somebody commented on her post.
Exactly. And and it's like, what was this energy at before? Where was this energy at before? And all of a sudden, Shedeur Sanders loses a game, struggles a little bit against a very tough team, and boom, it's the week hasn't even started fully yet. And now we're hearing things coming from Dillon Gabriel's camp. And don't think she brought this up or came to this inclination on her own of how she's feeling about the Browns and losing and things like that. I'm sure Dillon Gabriel had a lot to say because pillow talking is a thing. When you have a fiance and a girlfriend, you're gonna pillow talk. Yeah, that's a part of the game. So I know she's that energy that Dillon Gabriel has is rubbing off on his fiance a lot, and she couldn't hold back. She knew good doggone well that comment was going to garner some attention. I'm not going to say, she knew it was going to garner a lot of attention, based on who her man is and, what the competition that he's in and who he's in the competition with,
Yeah. Well, her saying everybody in the building wants Dillon Gabriel to start. How credible is that? Or is that's your opinion? You just trying to put it out there to everybody like that's what the organization want? Like, how credible is that? And then as Dillon Gabriel, how do you feel about your girl putting that information out there if it is true?
And at the same time, with AI and all type of stuff, I read that and I was like, I didn't want to believe that, but allegedly this is coming from her. And if she did have, say that, it's just like, how many people love Shedeur Sanders, right? I'm sure there's just the same amount of people that love Shedeur Sanders in the facilities that love Dillon Gabriel, if not more. No one's in the battle to see who's loved more and who wants someone to play because they like them and they're likable. The game is about being competitive. Who can produce? Who can play the best? Who can help this team succeed against these other teams out there? Who can lead this team to glory or potentially the playoffs, Super Bowl, so on and so forth. It's not about how nice I can be when I walk to the facilities and I'm getting my lunch, I'm making my breakfast, and the cooks and the waiters and waitresses, they're so happy that I'm so nice to them. Like, what is that all about? And that's how man, a little frustration is going on Dillon Gabriel's side because he had his chance. He had his opportunity over and over, time in, time out. It's like, what more do you need to prove, that you have the potential to be a starting quarterback in the NFL? And he failed, basically. And at the end of the day, Shedeur just needs to put together a good game against the Titans and shut all the haters down, shut them up, and so we can go on and celebrate and had this positive energy run that we had, like when Shedeur came in and beat the Raiders the other week. That was a good week. You know what I mean? But just imagine if Shedeur Sanders had a fiance and she would have said something to this about Dillon Gabriel or the Browns when Dillon Gabriel was a starting quarterback.
Man.
We would be hearing new rules in NFL about family members speaking out about other players and teams and so on and so forth. He might be applying new fines because of all the support that Shedeur Sanders get and the attention that tweet probably would have gotten, And I think it's fair, man, and it's only right that Dillon Gabriel comes out and he reprimands this tweet or he shuts this tweet down and let everyone know he has nothing to do with this tweet. He has nothing to do with what his family members say. He doesn't support that tweet. And, basically he cussed his fiance out for doing something like that. You know what I mean? Like, don't be making me look bad. This is my situation,
Right.
I had opportunity. But at the end of the day, I know it hurts, man. I know it hurts to lose your job when you're basically hurt, because you're not supposed to lose your job technically when you're hurt, right? But it's the same situation. Shedeur Sanders, he got number 12. Tom Brady wore number 12. Drew Bledsoe went down with an injury. And Tom Brady wasn't supposed to play or take over the job because you're not supposed to lose your job when you're injured. But when you see that the talent is different, as a coach, you have to make an executive decision. And the way Shedeur came in slinging that football left and right, man, with the big play opportunity. Hey, let's go Shedeur, man. But man.
I know that play had to hurt when Dillon Gabriel got in for a play and Shedeur came and tapped him back out like he's about to call a play and everything. I don't know.
Yeah. That hurt, man. I've been a part of situations like that, man. Let me tell you, man. Hey, it's a funny story. When I was in college, man, that Davin Bush actually, man, is the Davin Bush, right? The brothers, that he actually played for the Cleveland Browns right now. So me and his older brother, his big brother, Davin Bush, Davin Bush, sorry, he played cornerback with me in the University of Central Florida. But when I come to University of Central Florida, he's already there. He's a senior, and I'm a freshman. Or he's a junior and I'm a freshman. One or the other. I think he's a junior, right? So I'm coming in. I'm trying to earn me a starting role. So we had a production chart, and pretty much the side that he was on was the side that I can compete for and win a job, right? And so yeah, we'll battle it out. So I had to move up the chart. Coach pretty much have us neck and neck as the starters. I think I'm a sophomore at this time, and he's a senior. It's kind of messed up because he wanted to pursue his NFL career and things like that, and I'm in the way. I want to pursue my NFL career, right? So, we battled it out during training camp and things like that, and now I'm the starter, right? I'm the starter my sophomore year at the University of Central Florida. But the game comes, right? First couple of games. I think it was the first or second game. I don't do as well in my first game. I'm just learning cornerback. I played quarterback pretty much my whole life, and now I'm playing cornerback. I don't do as well. So coach makes the switch back. He gives the senior back his job, but we're still rotating in, right? But when he does bad, coach will tell me to go in the game. So when coach tells me to go in the game, he doesn't want to come out. He's looking around, acting crazy, like he doesn't see me. And you will see us literally in the middle of the field fighting about who is supposed to be in the game and who's supposed to come out. And it would be so hilarious because our team, it was pretty much the only position that had one of the toughest battles during training camp or the season was me and him. So our team would basically be laughing at us because they know exactly what is going on. And they're like, look at these two clowns about to get us a penalty because they fighting over the position. But at the same time, it's a competitive, it's competitive, and it was cool that we wanted to play so bad and get out there on the field, but it was just one of those funny scenarios. But that was funny what Dillon Gabriel was doing. He looked down at it. Hey, Shedeur had to walk up to him and tap him like, hey, bro, like watch. He's like, I'm sorry. Like he forgot. he was back in that mindset that he was the starting quarterback and that was his job and his team and things like that. It's like, let me bring you back to reality, man. But Shador got a good game coming up against Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward, man, #1 pick overall, man. And I can't wait to see those two young gunners go at it. And man, it's gonna be an exciting game. And we're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna have a lot to say and see about the future of these two quarterbacks and what they can bring for their team and things like that, man. So man, shout out to Shador, man, Dillon Gabriel, man. Hopefully he get his camp right and get his household together, and don't let them start causing all this controversy going on for no reason. But moving right along, we got Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers has a lot to say, as he usually does, because he's another one of those, I guess, diva characters that we call in the NFL. And it's like the older Aaron Rodgers gets, man, he becomes more of a grumpy old man. Grumpy old man. Aaron Rodgers is turning out to be a grumpy old man. And his entitlement stands at the top of elite entitlement seekers out here. Period.
You got to explain that. Elite entitlement seekers. You got to explain that.
I mean, people that think they are entitled to any and everything in the universe are the elite entitled seekers, and that's Aaron Rodgers. He think he is the top dog of them all. He thinks he belongs in conversations with the president, the senators, the governors. He thinks he's him. He really thinks he's him, and not just as a football player, you know. But the problem with these elite entitlement seekers, you know, when things are bad for a guy like Aaron Rodgers, you know, he takes it to the podium to create tension between him and his teammates, or him and his team, basically. And for elite entitlement seeker like Aaron Rodgers, that podium becomes his weapon of choice. Yeah, man, the podium is Aaron Rodgers' weapon of choice, man. And it's like, man, he uses his press conferences to have a standoff with the decision makers on the team, right? To make them, or try to force them to get on the same page as him. Do it his way, or you're gonna have to deal with his BS. And when the talent dwindles away, the mindset doesn't change. It stays the same. And here is Aaron Rodgers.
When there's film sessions, everybody shows up. And when I check to a route, you do the right route, you know? Like, John and I just weren't on the same page. I checked to his in breaker and he ran out breaker. You know, John is a true professional, so I'm sure he's sick about that. But, you know, I threw a ball I thought was going to get hit by the wind, and it was 4 yards over Roman. So I got to make that throw. But, you know, we have our meetings every week. We have other opportunities outside of the facility, and look forward to seeing all the boys there.
All right.
Man, Aaron Rodgers said he will not be to blame for the struggles on the Steelers offense. He will not be to blame, man.
This ain't the first time he did this. He was doing the same thing. He was doing the same thing last year with the Jets, saying like, "Oh, they ran the wrong route." Like it was time. So this ain't the first time he did this.
That is his go-to mechanism to make himself feel better. That's his go-to. As you can see, the podium. That's his weapon of choice, like I said. And any team that continues to sign Aaron Rodgers or signs Aaron Rodgers out offseason because they think somehow Aaron Rodgers will make their team better, they deserve all the antics Aaron Rodgers causes to that team when things go bad. Because like you said, if you don't see that Aaron Rodgers is going to cause trouble on your team, you have no business being an evaluator, scout, or whatever you want to call it. You have no business signing people to the NFL, you know. And when everybody looks at as you as a hero or a GOAT, you know, life is good. Life is good when everybody calls you the hero, you're the GOAT, you know, life is great. But when people realize that status is no longer there, you know, some GOATs can't handle that negative energy that comes their way. And that's what happened to Aaron Rodgers. He's still entitled to be the GOAT of all GOATs. And the athletic ability isn't there, but he still thinks in his mind that he belongs or he deserves a certain type of treatment. You know,
he need to take a note out of Stephon Diggs' book.
Yeah. Like, bro, just calm down a little bit, man. I don't think no one can change Aaron Rodgers, unlike Stephon Diggs. Aaron Rodgers can go to Mike Vrabel. Josh McDaniels have the perfect scenario, everything set up. Call Devontae Adams, get him signed to the Patriots, and he isn't going to change for anyone. That's who he is, you know, and the podium is always going to be his weapon of choice. And he's going to always hold court right there at the podium, a standoff between the organization and Aaron Rodgers when things aren't going his way, or if things are looking like it's part of his fault. That's just who Aaron Rodgers is. Yeah. I don't know, man. Aaron Rodgers needs to hang it up after this season. He's 42 years old. He has robbed the NFL with no mask on for the longest. That's my favorite term. You know, when you're stealing those checks because you can't get the job done no more, but the NFL is willing to pay you because you still can trick them a little bit. And that's what Aaron Rodgers has been doing for the past 3 years. He had a good opportunity when he was at the Jets. He was still in his elite prime status, but he got hurt a little, Achilles messed up on him, and that caused him his prime to dwindle quicker than usual. So yeah, this has to be
we got a comment saying Aaron Rodgers still a first ballot Hall of Famer.
You're absolutely right, and I can't argue with you. Sorry, wrong tweet. This is King. I'm just gonna call you King. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers definitely a first round Hall of Famer. I don't know how we analyze or what the criteria is for first round Hall of Famers and things like that. We just scream it out there. So yeah, I don't know. He won one Super Bowl. Does that make a difference? He won one Super Bowl, King. How many Super Bowls should he win? If he's a first round Hall of Famer, then Tom Brady shouldn't be waiting to be called into the Hall of Fame. They should be putting Tom Brady in the Hall of Fame as soon as he was done playing football.
They already got his statue made.
Exactly. They're not on the same level. So if you want to talk about criteria and who's a first round Hall of Famer, if Aaron Rodgers is a first round Hall of Famer, which I do agree with you, Tom Brady should be above all of that stuff. So I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. Man. But yeah, man, the AFC Championship. Here we go, man. We got the current playoff picture. And can we believe, man, the Bears are number one seed in NFC? The NFC, sorry. Wow, man. Caleb Williams, he's got a great supporting staff over there. And Ben Johnson, man. You see Ben Johnson in there taking off his shirt, flexing on his team. That making players feel good. It's making me feel like he's one of us, not those old grumpy coaches that we used to have and seeing. What you say?
You see what team he came from, Detroit Lions, and they're not even in the picture right now. I mean, they in the picture, but not actually in the playoffs as we speak. If it started today,
yeah, they in the wild card hunt. Everybody's kind of in the wild card hunt to those last 5 games are completed. But New England Patriots number one seed over there.
That's not changing, and that's not changing. I told y'all that a few weeks ago. That's not changing. They staying up there.
And then we got the Denver Broncos right behind them. You did call that out a long time ago, Dries. Do you think the Denver Broncos have a chance to overtake them for the number one seed?
No, because they
one of these teams will be the Super Bowl champion come 2026. February 6th, whatever time and whatever the exact date that is. One of these teams, man, put in the chat, man, who y'all think will succeed and get the victory this season and get my team, my picks. They're at the bottom of the list. Y'all know I said the Chargers and the Eagles. I jumped out there early, like week 2, week 3, week 4, man. I jumped out there very early. And
they play Monday Night Football. Next Monday Night Football, they play each other.
Man. So we may be seeing, from my perspective, the Super Bowl on Monday night, man. So we'll see, man. We'll see two of my teams going at it. Justin Herbert won't be there. As you know, he's dealing with a wrist injury. And that's unfortunate. And you can't really predict these injuries when you're making these calls and predictions and things like that. If I would have known Justin Herbert was going down for the injury and possibly miss the season, of course I wouldn't pick Chargers. But got to ride with it, man. And yeah. So shout out to my chat, man. Shout out to the chat stepping in today. All the Patriot fans. Let me give all as many as Patriot shout outs as I can. I gave what we got here. John Doe S8W. The game is moving so fast for him now. He's blaming others. We talking about Aaron Rodgers, yeah. Like, hey, the game used to slow down for you. Now that thing moving so fast, these young studs, they bigger, they faster, they stronger. He don't know what to do, man. He was playing my days, man. He was out there with me. You know, we're a little slower than these studs these days, man. So yeah, you got a good point, man. The game is moving a little too fast for him, man. So shout out to the chat, man. And yeah, Drees, man, that was that's it for tonight, man. Anything else you got to say? Anything you got to bring up?
Man, we got a good Thursday night football game coming out. We'll see Cowboys versus the Lions, two teams that's in the hunt. So this a playoff game for them right now.
Y'all. Cowboys, hey, any Cowboy fans out there? The Cowboys gonna make it to the Super Bowl? Are the Cowboys gonna somehow end up winning the NFC East? And you know we don't believe in that over here. Won't say what needs to be said, but hey, anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But yeah, man, that's it for tonight, man. And we ain't gonna hold y'all up that much longer, man. And yeah, man, it's your boy Sante, Mr. Pick Samuel.
It's your boy 2-3 Drees.
And man, we're gonna see y'all next time, Thursday night. Cowboys versus the Lions. Make your predictions, man. Y'all get ready to holler at us when we get back. We'll see y'all next time. We are